Right, so once you have downloaded your files from the platform from which you purchase, just right click on them to extract all, and then the folder will pop up. So just double click on that folder, and then you will see within that folder there are 6 files. There is a how-to guide file, which basically contains the link to this video, information about some special offer, and a thank you from us. And then there is your 5 files that you can use for printing your beautiful new bookmarks. All right, so all the 3 files here with the letter 3 in front of it means that there are 3 bookmarks on one A4 paper. And then singles mean the single bookmark, which you can then print individually. Right, so let's go through these files one by one. This file, which is called Single Bookmark Reading List A, green, yellow, orange, is this beautiful design. It is just the bookmark, so if you just wanted to print the bookmark without anything else, then you can do this. You can even reverse print it to have 40 points on it. All right. If you wanted to add your own cover design to it, you can use this blank single front cover template. Just drop it in Canva or Photoshop or Photopea. Design your own cover and print the bookmark then with its cover as well. So these are single files, and use them as you feel it's the best for you. Then the 3 bookmark templates are the same concept. The one that you're mostly going to use in this video is called 3 bookmarks plus cover reading list A. So let's double click on that, and then you will notice here there is the 3 covers and then the 3 bookmarks. So I know many people's going to say, but the bookmarks are upside down. That is on purpose. This is for printing purposes, that they should be upside down, because we are going to feed the paper in a specific way, which I'm going to show you a little later in the video. If your printer doesn't quite work this way, you can always flip it. But I do recommend, for the easiest printing experience, to just use it as is. All right, and then also this is full color printing, so it's best to use a thicker cardboard, matte cardboard. Glossy in the front can be okay if you have an inkjet printer, which can print well. Otherwise, a matte cardboard would be best. And remember, there are different thicknesses, and some printers can only go up to a certain thickness. So just make sure your printer can take that specific thickness. All right, then I also dropped for you in the folder the 3 bookmarks. You can push them around if you want to. Just the bookmarks themselves in a PDF, because there is also a blank canvas template for covers. So you can throw this one as well in Canva or Photoshop or Photopea, design your own covers, and then print your bookmarks into your file with your own covers, cut them out as you wish. All right, so there's really a lot of options, options that you can work with. But for this video, let's open up the 3 bookmarks plus cover option. Next up, we're just going to go to print, and be careful with the setup. The setup has to be exact in order for these 2 layers to print correctly on top of one another. So let's go through the setup. We have our printer selected, copies, it's in landscape mode, print all pages is fine. We're going to have color here, print on both sides, and we're going to flip it on the long edge, not the short edge. So when you have it, just select print on both sides, flip on the long edge. If you're going to do this manually, I guess it will take you a couple of tries maybe to get it right. So try it on some scrap paper first, and then until you get it right, then print it on your cardboard paper. All right, paper size for this is going to be A4. And then, very important, we're not going to fit a printable area. We're going to click actual size. It should be actual size, just to make sure these lines going to align up, and when we cut it, it will be proper. All right, pages per sheet is 1. Then just click print. All right, there we go. So we just printed our bookmarks. That is the inside or the back of the bookmark with the little reading list, and then the very front, it came out beautifully, is our artwork. All right, so you can see the colors are nice and vivid, and depending on the paper you're going to print on, it will vary, and of course your printer as well. All right, so let's cut these. What we're going to do, we're not going to cut them on the front inside, that's very important. Just flip it over, and we're going to cut actually on the reading list side. All right, then I also have a puncher, a little ribbon for later, a cutter, and a metal ruler. I find these work best, but you can also use a scissor if you can cut straight. All right, so let's put it down, and then I'm actually going to start with the first one here. I'm just going to put my ruler exactly where those little lines end. All right, and then I'm going to hold the ruler nicely tightly down. I'm going to cut slowly. Remember, the thicker the paper, the slower you should cut, otherwise it will cut those little edgy kind of marks into the paper. All right, if you have to pull it 2-3 times through because of the thickness of your paper, that's perfectly fine. What you want is a clean, even line. All right, look at that, very nice and clean. All right, so on the other side of the bookmark, we are going to do it as well. Now remember, let the paper dry. Like here, you can see that it was a little wet, so it's smudged. You want to wait for it to dry. Just going to cut it all the way through. Slowly, as you can see, the paper is nice and thick, which is what you want for a bookmark. But that also means you have to be a bit more careful in how you bring the knife through. All right, there we go. The first one is ready. So if you flip it over and there is any white edges left on the side, then you just trim it down from the inside out. All right. So for this one, I'm actually going to cut it from the front end. Wait, there we go. Okay. So there we go, your first bookmark. Okay, I'm quickly going to run through all the others. You can do the same. Let's just trim down all our bookmarks. Okay, so once again, I'm just going to place it nicely. And this is the dragon one, my favorite one, which matches the dragon notebook and the dragon PAS planner. And this is quite my favorite cover of the year. All right. So if you have bought a PAS notebook or a planner, we have around 15 covers. So you will have a bookmark for each of those covers. So you just go to our shop and grab your corresponding bookmark from there. Right, and these are all downloadable, so you can quickly, easily print at home. There's a personal license, so it's for your personal use or for gifts, or print for friends and family. And look at that. Beautiful, beautiful dragon bookmark. Wow, love it. All right, last one. I quite like this one as well. It is the pastel green color. All right, which comes from the dragon's pastel green color scheme. All right, ooh, I nearly went too fast there and it split. All right, so I like to put 3 on 1 A4 paper because I hate wasting paper. You know, it's so annoying to waste paper. So your PDF, which says 3 bookmarks plus covers, it will have 3 bookmarks that you can print onto 1 A4 paper. Now remember to apply those settings I showed you in the previous section of this video. And maybe you'll have to try it a couple of times because every printer is different. You know, I cannot how do you say, accommodate like every single planner in the world. All right, so now what you can also do, you can take some DC Fix or sticky plastic, as they call it in other countries, put it on the front, and then, you know, the other side you have to leave blank because you're going to fill it out. But then I'm going to take all 3 of these together, and I'm just going to estimate, or actually not estimate. Let's measure it. Let's measure it there. So it is 93 millimeters. So we want to half that. That's 48. So I'm going to put it around there. So I'm going to take that little green bubbles as my guideline for my punching hole. All right. And I just want to make sure that it is not going to go over my book text. It's going to come through here. Now this is estimation job. Hope for the best. There we go, we got it. So if you turn it around, it's still perfect. All right, so where is that little ribbon of mine? You're gonna take, you can take any ribbon or like nice decoration. Maybe you're making something. I'm just, you know, quickly showcasing here. Boom, and it's done. Your beautiful new bookmark is done. All right. So now how this works is that you're going to put your name, the date it was created, the title, so your book title, and this is a list of your top 20 books to read for 2024. And then you're basically going to list all the books you want to read. If you don't know which books you're going to read, you can just handle it as a normal reading list. And then there's a date, so you're going to put the title when you have read the book and give it a rating, you know, color in. On the side here is a nice progress chart, so if you're at book number 4, you know that you have completed 25% of the books you wanted to read this year. If you have read 6, then you have completed 35%. So it's like just a little progress chart. Little notes there, maybe you're gifting it to someone, so you can write them a nice little note. And there we go. Beautiful. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.